Good evening, this is William, and welcome to the latest installment of I Was a Teenage Daydreamer, where I discuss mostly music, some literature, some film, and some random things that I enjoy, and hopefully you do as well. This is actually my second video for tonight, and I put on this hat to fool you. Actually, I was looking at the video I just made, and I realized how bad my haircut from a few days was, so I threw the hat on real quick. And I've got some things coming up later in the week, and I might not have a chance to make another video, so I wanted to make this one real quick because it's been itching at the back of my brain. I just wanted to scratch that itch. And this is not a ranking video, and it's not even really a review video. It's just three albums that have one common thread, and that is the Craig Ferguson show, the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson from the mid-2000s. So by the mid-2000s, I was in my early 30s. I was very much a musical curmudgeon, and I did not like new artists. I did not like new bands. I did not want to hear what was going on out there. Of course, everything on the radio had been abysmal for decades, and I probably hadn't bought a new album by a new band since sometime in the early to mid-90s. Something like Versus or Superchunk when they had come through Nashville when I was living there at the time, and I would see them and I'd buy it at the show or somewhere else. I did still buy albums by artists I already liked, but new music was out. And then one day I realized, or maybe someone bonked me on the head, and I, came to my senses, and I said, there's still some good music out there. It doesn't have to be on the radio. It's out there. Find it. I didn't know where to find it. Well, lo and behold, the Craig Ferguson show. I was a big fan of Craig Ferguson, read his first two books, saw him do stand-up, and I loved his Late Late Show. Very funny, very ridiculous, very naughty at times. And a lot of times he had musical artists on, and I don't remember what most of them were, but I do remember three. And in all three instances, I went out the very next day and I bought that album based on that performance. And if that's not advertisement, I don't know what is. And of course, that was back in the days when you could just get in the car, drive down the street to your local record stop and pick up, whatever the new music was. Anyway, so these are in no particular order, and I guess I'll just go chronological, I guess. And the first one is The Subways, Young for Eternity from 2005. This was a three-piece from England. I believe they were all 18, 19 at the time. And that plays very heavily into this. It was two brothers, I believe, one on guitar and vocals, and then the drummer, and then the guitarist, vocalist. His girlfriend, I believe, was the bass player, and she also sang. And Young for Eternity is apt. This album is full of youthful exuberance, a lot of energy, a lot of angst, and a lot of heart-on-sleeve type balladry. Musically, I would liken it to what their parents were probably listening to and they grew up listening to. So that would be Nirvana, Oasis, a bit of AC/DC to keep it legit. Not a Nirvana fan at all. Do enjoy some Oasis. Love me some AC/DC. But it's the best of all of that. So not grungy, not post-grunge. It's really just rock and roll, banging out three chords and your feelings. And every song on here is a winner. The song that was on Craig Ferguson is called Oh Yeah. It's an excellent song, but it's not even the best one on the album. Young for Eternity, the title track is amazing. Rock and Roll Queen is amazing. The opener, I Want to Hear What You Have to Say, is amazing. And then you've got some really nice, slower songs, more contemplative, if you will, like Mary, She, Son, and With You. Listen to this album like crazy. You can see the cracks and the creases, and that's not from storage. That's from wear and tear. They've had a few albums since then. I picked up the second one, and it was heading in a more metal direction. Didn't really grab me, and I never really paid attention to anything else afterwards. But this one was for me, one and done. The Subways, Young for Eternity, 2005. It's probably out there somewhere. Go, 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 go find it. Next was a few years later, Gloss Vegas from Glasgow, Scotland, and I still remember Craig Ferguson saying something along the lines of, "These guys are Scottish. They're from Glasgow. They're cool. Here they are." I believe this is 2008, and these guys dressed like 50s bikers, but played a noisy brand of, I'll say, shoegaze pop, dream pop, and the singer has that Scottish burr that is amazing, super duper melodic. Drummer played standing up, and so you got noisy guitars, but also some really great counter leads from the other guitarists. Geraldine, I believe, was the song that they played, and it's a song about a social worker. But yeah, this whole album is very catchy, very angry at times. He does not mind dropping the expletive now and again, and very emotive in all of the best ways. And atmospheric, crunchy, driving, and yet also hauntingly beautiful. They had an EP that came out not long after called "A Snowflake Fell and Felt Like a Kiss." Man, what a beautiful song. Of course, that's based on He Hit Me and It Felt Like a Kiss or something like that. So that one's worth checking out as well. I never really heard anything much after that. I think they had some lineup shenanigans going on. And again, but this is the one right here that you need, that you want. Las Vegas debut album 2008. And then the last one is the band that is probably the most important to me, the one that I followed their career. I cannot find the CD anywhere, but I have bought it on vinyl since then. And I was about to leave the next morning to go with a buddy to the Shiloh battlefield, and was up watching Craig Ferguson, of course, 2008. And these guys from New Jersey come on, and they start rocking to the 59 sound. And I'm talking about the Gaslight Anthem, 59 sound, their second album. Wow. We were heading to the Shiloh battlefield, pulled over, and I think a Borders parking, because I just kept talking about it. So we were already out of town. We were out of Nashville, and he saw where there was a Best Buy or something. Yeah, it was a Best Buy, and we pulled over, got out, I bought it, got in the car, put the CD in the car, and we played it the whole way there and the whole way back, and he tried to keep it because it was his car, and I was like, no, man, this is coming with me, and he became a huge fan after that. This album, I can't even, I don't even know where to begin. Of course, Jersey, heavy Springsteen influence, but it's like Springsteen meets The Cure. As odd as that sounds, but the lead guitar runs are very, very Pictures of You-ish, etc., etc., etc. But every song on here is fantastic. Great Expectations, 59 sound title track, Old White Lincoln, High Lonesome. Just those four right there blow you away. Calms down a bit with songs like Miles Davis and the Cool. And this guy, Fallon, I cannot remember his first name, save my life, Brian Fallon, he loves to pull lyrics from other songs, which myself as a songwriter, I like to do those kinds of references as well. But the song, and Maria came from Nashville with a suitcase in her hand. At the time, I didn't know it because I had ignored Counting Crows at the time. But one day, that song came on, Mr. Jones, I think. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's where he got that song or that line. So, and then another one mentions Southern accents being played on the radio. Of course, Tom Petty, fantastic song. So yeah, I kept up with them for another 2 or 3 albums, some really good moments in there. But every time I played those albums, it made me say, I just want to put on the 59 sound. And when I'm on a road trip, going to Birmingham or Nashville or something like that, and I've got a bit of a drive in front of me, I start getting tired. I put this CD in, and it picks me up again, which is why I thought it was in the car, but I can't find it, so I don't know where it is. Maybe my buddy came and snuck in and stole it all these years later, even though he had his own copy. Anyway, so those are 3 albums that, thank you, Craig Ferguson, because of you and your show. I picked up on some good music that, especially at the time, were amazing to me. And this album in particular has held with me for close to 20 years now. So that's all I've got for now. Hit like and subscribe, but most importantly, keep doing what you love.